Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Sama. Thanks for joining us. Members of the Torrance Fire Department are on the front lines right now helping to put out the Woolsey Fire. Officials reported this morning that new flare-ups caused mandatory evacuations near Lake Sherwood. Fire activity increased also in the Carlisle Canyon and Boney Mountain areas. According to CAL FIRE, the blaze has scorched 96,314 acres and is still only 35% contained. Torrance Fire Department is out there along with other South-based cities as part of the Area G strike team. Engine 93 from Torrance was sent out on November 8th, where they responded to Thousand Oaks to help with the Woolsey Fire. Soon after, Torrance Engine 94 also responded. They are also assisting with tactical patrol and mop-up. One Torrance Fire paramedic is there as well. He's staged near crews on the fire lines in case there is a medical emergency. Torrance police are on hand as well. There are two fires that have caused devastation, including the Hill Fire, affecting Los Angeles and Ventura counties. Now, dangerous fire weather conditions continue across Los Angeles and Ventura counties. Officials from the National Weather Service are warning that gusty Santa Ana winds are affecting the fires. There's a red flag warning through tonight. Winds are expected to stay at 40 to 50 miles per hour. Also, unhealthy air quality is a concern across the Southern California region. Residents are being urged to avoid unnecessary outdoor exposure and to limit physical activities both indoors and outdoors. Officials say the winds affect the level of dust particles in the air. The dangers from wildfire smoke is a mixture of small particles made of gases and water vapor that causes symptoms such as itching and burning eyes, runny nose, and dry throat. If you're living closer to the fires, avoid leaving your pets outdoors, particularly at night. A local business is collecting donations to help the men and women on the front lines fighting the fires. Cosmic Brewery in Torrance is collecting granola and energy bars for firefighters. You can drop by their location at 2316 Gramercy Place near Del Amo Boulevard. And if you want to hang out at the brewery afterwards, staff will offer customers 20% off all pours. One of the owners of the brewery, Sabrina Soma, who is a firefighter paramedic with the Sierra Madre Fire Department, is out there assisting with the fires right now. Recently, she saved the life of a cat who you see on the screen that was trapped in a 3-inch gap. The rescue took 2 hours. Nearly 435 structures have been destroyed in the Woolsey Fire so far, and more than 3,600 firefighters are reported working on containing the blaze. And as many people return home, there are ways you can still help victims and first responders. The Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation is asking for donations such as hydration backpacks and other supplies to assist those fighting the fires on the ground. United Way of Greater Los Angeles partnered with United Way of Ventura County to collect donations for its disaster relief fund to help victims impacted. The American Red Cross is assisting residents in Northern and Southern California to help find shelter. You can visit redcross.org. California Community Foundation assists with long-term recovery efforts to those impacted by the wildfires. Also, if you head to californiavolunteers.ca.gov, you can find information on each fire that's currently happening and other ways you can assist. Past military service members on Veterans Day took the time to sit down and share their stories. The annual Visit with a Veteran event took place for another year thanks to the Torrance Historical Society. Community members were able to stop by and meet veterans firsthand that served in wars including World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, Gulf, Iraq, and Afghanistan. They shared their stories, but also how times have changed and what it's like to be serving now. Debbie Hayes from the Torrance Historical Society says from last year, they've lost 3 of the World War II veterans that used to participate in the event.
We feel it's important that people come out and remember our vets, and especially the youth. They need to hear these stories and to hear and see the veterans in person. Where can you do that?
It's been great. It's really nice to be around the community, seeing a lot of the older veterans. We owe a lot to them, our current generation. They really fought hard the last, several decades in getting requirements for them and things like the post 9/11 GI Bill. As a lot of our previous veterans, just being able to talk to them, learn their experiences, share experiences.
I love it. This is probably my third or fourth year doing it, and I love it. I love the people who are interested in coming here and meeting us, and I love telling my story. It's a dream. I do it every year.
And don't forget, the city of Torrance has its very own Veterans Memorial Wall located at the corner of Torrance Boulevard and Maple Avenue, where the names of Torrance residents who've died in battle are engraved in remembrance for their sacrifice. The Torrance Historical Society hopes to continue this event. Bells across the city of Torrance rang loud as faith-based organizations and residents participated in honoring members who made the ultimate sacrifice. It was a moment of silence and remembrance for people at Nova Community Church as they honored the men and women who've served in World War I. The church was one of many across the country that rang their bells on November 11th at 11 a.m. 21 times for Bells of Peace World Remembrance Day. It was proclaimed in the city of Torrance by Mayor Patrick Fury. They also hosted a special worship service along with a hymn recognizing the men and women who've served in the military. One veteran says it was a very special event because he remembers coming home from the Vietnam War and not feeling welcomed.
This is special to me today, and I am very happy that the bell ringing happened, and I think it's important and significant to honor those who have willingly put their lives out there. And we may not have lost them, but we are willing to lose our lives for our country.
We're happy to be a part of that. And for us today, it's a chance for us to be thankful for the freedoms that were secured through those who served in the United States military, especially for us as a church, the freedom to worship freely.
People participate across the country to mark the 100th anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I. The city of Torrance, along with its Social Services Commission, also honored the veterans by saying thank you in a very special way. The annual Veterans Appreciation Lunch and Resource Fair at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center served more than 200 lunches to veterans and their guests. Veterans also expressed their gratitude to the city of Torrance for helping them. During the lunch, keynote speaker Ron Kovic, who is a former United States Marine Corps sergeant and veteran of the Vietnam War, addressed the audience about his experiences and his life story serving our country, but also what communities can do to take action to care for their veterans.
More than just the fact that we're alive and we can enjoy our lives every day, and we can, and that's what life should be about. And if anybody has a right to enjoy life, it's those who have worn that uniform, those who have served this country, those who have truly cared about our country, and those who have been willing to risk their lives. You know, when we were younger, we say, yes, I'm willing to sacrifice my country. I wrote that in my diary. I had no idea. I really didn't have any. What did I know about at 18 about the fact that I was going to sacrifice? If you told me when I was 18 years old, if I said I could be paralyzed in a wheelchair for 50 years, I would say, no, wait a second. I don't know if I'm ready to sacrifice.
After the luncheon, attendees were given the opportunity to attend a resource fair where there were more than 25 organizations available, such as the South Bay Village, Bob Hope USO, VA Healthcare, to name a few. It was an opportunity for veterans to meet representatives firsthand and take advantage of resources they may have not known about. City officials say the VA booth was one of the most well attended, with representatives signing up people for benefits and checking their benefits on the spot. In attendance were veterans from the United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and the Coast Guard.
Thanks to the City of Torrance for many years of community support for everybody in the city. And I'm a former city employee, worked for the fire department for 30 years and a few other departments.
Today's events, I was very happy to see all these tables set up and all the literature that's available for the veterans if they need help, especially some of the homeless vets that I see on the streets, and a lot of them don't know what to do or where to go. Now I have a good idea where to send them.
The event started 4 years ago with the mayor proclaiming the start of the Vietnam War as a day to remember in the city. The Social Services Commission addresses issues concerning the city's veterans, homeless population, adults with developmental disabilities, and children with special needs. Electrify America announces it's bringing one of its stations to Torrance. The company released information today saying its first DC fast charging station in California is coming soon. It will be built in the Country Hills Plaza and feature somewhere between 4 and 10 chargers, being able to charge up to 350 kilowatts. Now, to put this into perspective, the kilowatts is more than double the power that Tesla's superchargers provide. Currently, there are no EVs on the market that could actually accept that much power. Electrify America plans to open 8 more stations throughout California before 2019. A business dedicated to helping others is recognized once again. 24-Hour Home Care was named number 81 on the Los Angeles Business Journal's list of fastest growing companies for the 6th consecutive year. And there's no better timing since the business just celebrated its 10th anniversary this past year. Since its beginnings in 2008, 24-Hour Home Care has expanded from 1 office in Torrance to 16 offices throughout California. The company has continued to modernize the home care industry by bringing new innovative programs to their clients and consumers. One being the Care Extenders program, which focuses on preventing hospital readmission. 24 provides high-quality, customized, professional caregiving services to seniors and individuals with developmental disabilities, allowing them to continue full, active, and healthy lifestyles. To date, the company has provided more than 15 million hours of care to more than 10,000 clients in 3 different states. Congratulations. An event offering the wide range of flavors offered in downtown Torrance is just a day away. The 10th annual Taste of Old Torrance will take place tomorrow night, hosted by the Old Torrance Neighborhood Association. People can buy tickets at the door to be part of the event. It'll be held upstairs at the Bartlett Senior Center. Tickets are just $5 for adults. Restaurants participating include Torrance Bakery, The Depot, Tortilla Cantina, Madre, Kesh Cafe, and many more. Doors will open at 6:45 for check-in. You can also give back that night by bringing non-perishable canned goods to support the local food pantry at the Volunteer Center. Now let's get to the weather. Despite the air quality warnings, temperatures have been nice and warm today. There was a high of 74 with an expected low of 55 tonight. Then tomorrow there'll be a high of 77 with a low of 56. Then on Thursday, a high of 75 degrees with a low of 55. If you're shopping for the holidays on Amazon, one click can also give back to local organizations. Thanks to Amazon Smile, 5% of each purchase can be donated to designated charities. The key is to use smile.amazon.com when doing your online shopping this season. Amazon Smile is a way of supporting communities and charities all over the county. Only eligible items are available to help donations. Charities in Torrance you can donate to include the Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation, Torrance Historical Society, Torrance Sister City Association, Torrance Education Foundation, Torrance Police Foundation, and the school district, to name just a few. To find the full list, go to smile.amazon.com and log into your account. And speaking of the holidays, the local mall is taking the shopping experience to the next level. Del Amo is one of the malls across the country that are offering people to play some of the hottest Nintendo Switch games in person. A space in the mall invites fans of all ages to stop in and experience all things Nintendo and to get information about what products to buy for loved ones. Nintendo officials say it's also a chance for people to take a break from shopping with their families. It's open at the Amo Fashion Center until December 16th. It's located right now on the main level between Hugo Boss and Michael Kors. Also, if you want to learn more about the other great holiday events happening at Del Amo, I'll be live with the Director of Marketing and Business Development, Christopher Yates, this Thursday at 10 a.m. To watch the live stream, go to Torrance CA Facebook page. 2 dog food companies are recalling their products after several pets have become ill. Nutriska and Nature Life Pets products issued the recall. The food has reported too much vitamin D. The Food and Drug Administration said the elevated vitamin D levels increased a formula error. All sizes of Nutriska chicken and chickpea dry food should be returned for full refund. Also in the recall is a 17.5-pound bags of Natural Life chick and potato dry dog food. The products were sold nationwide. Natural Life dog food was sold in 8 states. Now, here's some upcoming events for you to mark on your calendar. This Thursday, the Torrance Rosefoot Association is hosting its decorators meeting at 7 p.m. It'll take place at the Civic Center Library. They'll also draw for the ride of a lifetime, giving one special person the chance to be on the float on parade day. Then this Saturday, you can recycle paper and electronics at the free event. The city is hosting its annual recycling drop-off at the Torrance City Hall employee parking lot. There's a limit of 8 boxes or bags per person. They'll be accepting books, 3-ring binders, large clips or magazines. They will not be accepting those items, just paper. For electronics, it includes TVs, monitors, cell phones, and small appliances. It'll take place from 8 a.m. to noon. Well, in just 2 minutes, Larry Halvorsen from Express Employment Professionals in Torrance tells us when the beautiful Express Clydesdales are stopping by. We'll be back in just a few.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it. Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Stand by. Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live, and joining me is Larry Halvorsen, who is the owner of Express Employment Professionals here in Torrance. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Eva. Nice to be here.
Thank you for being here. Your company is great. But on top of that, you guys are hosting such an exciting and one-of-a-kind event right here in Torrance once again. So talk to me about the Express Employment Professionals Clydesdale event.
Well, we're very fortunate and honored to bring this event to Torrance. The city and the Economic Development Council has been very supportive, including the Mayor, Pat Fury. And we partnered with the Torrance Downtown Business Association this year. This is the second time we've come here. But this time we're going to do it in historic downtown Torrance. There'll be carriage rides around the park. We'll have a Clydesdale that people can pet. He's very friendly. You break out your camera, he literally will just walk up and take a selfie with you. And then, of course, there's another Clydesdale that you can take your holiday picture with. All this is free of charge, and it's in partnership with the Downtown Torrance Association. So they're going to have many other activities scheduled around this event.
Great, and the event takes place on November 20th. It kicks off the holiday season, and it'll take place from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in downtown Torrance. So how did this event start?
Well, the Clydesdale have they're ambassadors for the Express Employment Professionals. There's about 800 offices across the country and Canada, and they go around all over America and Canada participating in parades and other events. And they're ambassadors for Express. They're also ambassadors for the Children's Miracle Network. And we've got lucky to get them to go to the Hollywood Holiday Parade. This is the second year we're participating. It's on the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Many people don't know that because it doesn't televise till December. And I, as the owner of the Torrance Express, have the opportunity to bring them to downtown Torrance one day that month. And I picked Tuesday because it's the last day of school. So the kids will be still in town and be able to enjoy the event, but also, they don't have to go to school the next day.
We're showing video of the Clydesdales for people who are watching this. They are celebrities pretty much. You might have seen them on TV trotting down New York City for the Macy's parade, and they've been part of other big parades, correct?
Oh, yes. They participate in the Kentucky Derby. We've had them in the Rose Parade. They don't participate in every single parade every year, like the Hollywood Holiday Parade. We kind of skip years just because they do travel quite a bit. They go to somewhere between 180 and 200 different events a year.
That's amazing. And you just did mention the carriage ride, that the stagecoach. For people who do show up on time, if they're lucky, not everybody will get a chance to get that ride around El Prado Park. So what's the secret? What time should people arrive? How does it work?
Well, we'll be set up hopefully by 3, and if people start queuing up, the Torrance Downtown Business Association is going to try and take names, but if you start queuing up around 3:30, we'll do the best we can. I think the carriage holds about 12 to 13 people for each ride. Of course, the more kids you put in it, the more people it will hold. It's a beautiful restored carriage. We also have a stage wagon, but we didn't bring that to this event. And then on the other side of El Prado is where we'll have the horse that you can take a picture with and and pet in a corral that's in a blocked off street. So it should be a very safe and friendly event for the family.
And as I did mention, it is a holiday kickoff. So besides this, in partnership with the other organizations, there's going to be a photo booth, a pie eating contest, holiday crafts, and people can just snag good deals at local businesses, and Small Business Week will also kick off.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the whole point of trying to showcase the historic downtown Torrance and, support our local businesses. Express is in the employment industry, and anything we can do to help local business, that's what we're here for. And there are a few charities that we're supporting. There's a brand new one that just came to downtown Torrance called the Aurelia Foundation. They help adults with special needs get into the workplace and basically be able to take care of themselves. We'll be asking for donations for the carriage rides, and the pictures won't be required, but that will be supporting that charity. I believe it's the Beacon Light Shelter is collecting shoes and socks. Brand new socks, but it will take lightly worn shoes. And then Fox, I apologize.
Fox Drug of Torrance.
The Fox Drug store in Torrance is accepting unwrapped toys. And finally, of course, you can bring canned goods for the Volunteer Center. We all know that and love it there in downtown Torrance.
Amazing. An event where people can celebrate the holidays while also giving back to people who need things for this special time. But tell me about how important this event is for the Express employment professionals.
Well, I think it's really an opportunity that we had to bring something unique and special to Torrance. I live in Torrance. My business is right here on Hawthorne Boulevard over by the Cost Plus World Market. My wife has been a school teacher at Hickory for 20 years, and anything we can do to bring and highlight Torrance and the Torrance business community, that's really what we found was important. Obviously, we want people to know our name a little better in the community, the more we can do business, because we really specialize in helping local people and local companies find jobs, because Express is a franchise. So I only do business in the South Bay, Torrance, Carson, but there are plenty of Expresses to help your business wherever you happen to be.
And there is a franchise here in Torrance. So how does it work? People can get in touch with their office, go on your website.
Yeah, our website is torranceca.expresspros.com. There you can get in touch with us. You can look at what jobs that we have. You can also call our office at 310-923-7580, and we'll be happy to talk to you. If nothing else, you come in, we're going to give you great advice on how to find a job. And we'd love, of course, if we can help you find a job, we'll do that also.
And it's really impressive how many people your organization has helped, not only in Torrance, but across the franchises in the country.
Yes, Express has been very fortunate because it's 100% franchise, so all the Expresses are independently owned. But collectively last year, we put over 500,000 people to work. This year we are on track to put over 600,000 people to work. And our goal is, it's kind of a fun goal, but we hope to get to it is sometime put over 1 million people to work in 1 year.
And we'll have more of that information on a full page before we end the segment. But I want to get back to the Clydesdales because we did talk about them. We saw video of them, but they're such a beautiful breed and they're so unique. Talk to me about them.
Well, Clydesdales are they're immense, right? So they're 6 feet at their shoulder, and they're over a ton. But this particular breed is black and white hooves with kind of a feathery substance at the bottom. It's been bred originally to work in Scotland, and only about 10% of all Clydesdales in the world are black and white. So that's kind of what makes this particular breed of Clydesdales unique and special. The ones that appear in most commercials that you see are more brown.
And they're really friendly, I'm assuming.
They're very gentle animals. Like I said, the one that'll be in the corral, he will come right up to you. The corral's really to protect you from getting stepped on rather than protect him. He's a very gentle horse.
And for viewers tuning in, the event starts at 3 p.m. November 20th. Where should people park in downtown Torrance? And of course, I can't forget, admission is free.
Oh, absolutely. This is an event to support the downtown. All the businesses should be out and open. They're going to be open past 6:30, so if you want to plan dinner, I believe many of the restaurants have specials that evening, and I believe the best place to park is the different parking structures on Satori, because the streets along El Prado, the park area, we are going to block those off. It's minimal blockage to the Torrance, but it will be just that little area that has the street closures. But I believe the best parking is in the structure on Satori.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add, Larry, about the event? I'm sure you'll be there, so if people have any questions, they can definitely approach you now.
Absolutely. We hope it's a wonderful event for downtown Torrance and the Torrance community as a whole, and we hope we can raise and get as many charitable donations as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
As mentioned earlier in the show, if you want more information, go to torranceca.expresspros.com. You can also call the Torrance office at 310-923-7580. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. And remember, City Council does have the night off. We'll see you guys next time.